I'm Zach.
I'm Drew.
And this
is Oak Tree Dreams.
Hey guys, how's it going? Doing a little quick recap of the season, or beginning of it. Let you guys know what we're talking about with certain deer and how stuff went. Normally, my brother would be here, Zach. He's the other one involved with Oak Tree Dreams, but he's at college, so he's unable to make a lot of these, help make a lot of these videos and talk. So at the beginning of the year, we had 4 shooters that we were really after. We have Splitters. He's the biggest one we had, just giant mainframe 12. We named him Splitters because he has a split brow tine. We had another buck named Dozer. Nice mainframe 10. Everything you'd want in a typical 10-point. The reason we named him Dozer, he has just this massive body. Never seen either of those during the season. We had one named Shorty. He had an injured back right leg, I think it was. But never came in contact with him. He disappeared off our trail cams about September 29th-ish, October, first week in October. We later found out that our neighbor, about a mile and a half away, shot him. Sucks, but pretty happy for him. That's cool for him. His biggest bull buck. We had another one that it was an iffy. We were gonna take him out just because he's been like this a couple of years. He was a nice 8 on this side and just a straight club coming up out of his other side. And that was about it. On November 11th, I shot just a magazine buck, like giant. Super wide, tall, everything you'd want. Don't know how many points. Didn't really pay attention. I seen him, caught me off guard. I was just trying to shoot him. I hit him a little high, and it looked like it might have been shoulder. Never found him. Found blood where we first started, about 20 yards away from where I shot him. So he circled around the bluff, came back to us. And that same day, last year, my brother shot a really nice buck in the same stand, same situation. But he got a quartering away shot, could never find him, never found any blood. So unfortunately, we weren't able to find him. Gun season was a success. My stepdad shot a nice 6-point on Sunday. That was his first buck on our property, or first deer ever on our property. We told him, take whatever, he deserves it. Really cool. My brother shot his biggest buck ever, gunner bow. Nice 8-point, pretty tall, wide, or not wide, but pretty tall. And I shot a doe opening morning. Right after my brother shot his, I shot mine at like 170 yards. It's pretty cool, down the side of the bluff. She stood up, and I know she had a broken leg. She was smaller, so I figured I'll take her so coyotes don't get her over the winter. She just doesn't, or she just dies because of the snow. So hopefully you guys like.
Hey, how's it going today, guys? It's October what is it, Zach? October 20th. We got a pretty significant cold front that's moving through. It started this morning early. The wind's supposed to die down. Right now, it's about 25-30 out, miles an hour. Pretty much perfect temp. It's 37. We have snow. I mean, you get that in Wisconsin a lot. Not this early usually, but we're after a couple of our hit list bucks today, hoping that they're going to be on their feet and moving through this cold front. We got by some reports from guys that hunt around the area, bucks have been moving pretty good, chasing does, and rut's not on, but give it probably till the 25th-ish. It'll probably start with at least heavy chasing, more than what they're doing now. So, well, hopefully we got a recap later and video of the hunt. It's October 20th. We are after some elusive whitetail bucks, obviously, but it's very nice.
So, when I was in the stand for the evening pre-interview type thing, I don't know what happened. When I got back to review the footage, the camera just stopped working. So, it cut out pretty soon. Didn't get all of it in, but we didn't see much in the afternoon till about like 4 o'clock. We had a doe come through. Actually, 3 or 4 does come around, and I was in the valley. My brother was up in the double. It's a really good spot for pre-rut to rut activity, and they were those were not skittish. A couple of them came downwind. Never smelled either one of us, and I watched the doe for a while. She came right by me, like 10-yard shot, but I wasn't shooting a doe yet, and my brother seen a buck at the same time I'm seeing this doe, a little buck, and he was running around trying to find that doe again. And at about 5 o'clock ish, I had a nice nice little eight come by, and 5-yard shot came right to me. It was tempting, but I was waiting for bigger, and he came right moseying on by, caught a whiff of that doe and seen her, and he was chasing her around. And then he lost her, and that doe wasn't having it, so she booked into that cornfield that was right next to our stand, probably like 40 yards away. And yeah, that was about it that night. There was one bigger buck. I don't know if we had a picture of him or not. He had a pretty wide frame, and then some kicker coming off the back, but he only looked to be an 8. I don't think we've ever seen him. He was chasing that buck away from that doe, and that was about it that night.
Alright, what happened?
Got her done this morning. Alright, anyways. So that was the 8th deer I saw this morning.
There's Chrissy Poo. Alright, anyways.
Those 8 deer I saw this morning. The rest were does. All of them pretty small, except for a couple of them couldn't get a shot at the other ones. And then all of a sudden I grunted, and first I doe bleated, and then I grunted, and then about not even 2 minutes later, this buck came trotting in from behind me, and I saw him, and I saw the rack, I'm like, this is a shooter. So I quickly grabbed my gun. I was already standing up because I was cold, so I was trying to warm up my toes, so I was already standing up. And then I grabbed my gun quick, and then I waited till I got to the opening. Then I stopped him, and then I smoked him. He only went like probably maybe 20 yards, but not even, because he came backwards, but the blood trail's crazy.
Yeah, so you heard that Zach shot a really nice buck. My stepdad shot a fork, missed. I mean, it happens. I mean, it was probably really close, so who knows. I popped a doe, probably 150 yards, smoked her. She's dead too, if you can see over yonder there. So, yeah, we'll get to you. Oh, we got her.
And this is how it's done, boys and girls. Getting out the deer on his back.
That fucker kept kicking and kicking and kicking.
Yeah, well, that's why.
So, hopefully you guys liked the very first episode of Oak Tree Dreams. Sucks we weren't able to get any kill footage, but a lot of things have happened. We've learned quite a bit on this videotaping, and we're going to be doing some coyote hunting in the off season, ice fishing, and next thing up is 2019 turkey season. So, see you guys next spring. Have a good rest of your year.